What's up everyone, and welcome to my 2015 Yamaha R3 walk-around video. So this video is going to be just walking around the whole bike, telling every part that I've done to it, and all the links will be in the description if you want to buy the parts. So without further ado, let's get started. One of the most prominent things on the bike that you notice first are the headlights. So first up is the Anunaki, whatever you pronounce it, headlights with the integrated turn signals, the projector HIDs, and the demon eyes, and then with the triangle light. But if you haven't seen my other videos on my headlights, this is what the headlights look like when you just turn them on. That's without the HIDs on. I'm just gonna say this right now. The headlights and everything, I do not recommend buying them at all. That's going to be a future video, but just in short, they're not as good as I hope for. I have these fork sliders from Hornets. I've had these for about a year and a half now, and typical anodizing, you expect them to fade a little bit. I mean, honestly, they haven't faded that much. They are turning a little bit more pink, but they're only like $30. I can't really complain. I mean, they've held up a lot. Never dropped it or crashed, so crossing fingers. But so far, they would probably do their job, honestly. They're huge. I've been thinking about getting different ones to make it a little bit more streamlined. I don't know. They do their job. Next up, as you can see on my tire, I have my YouTube name on my tires. I used to have it on the rear as well, but typical bike, you need new tires, of course. Since these are permanent, they don't really come off that easy. I got them from Tredwear, decent enough price. These have held up so much. This tire has probably close to 14 or 15K on it. It's slowly getting there. I'm probably going to be needing to get a new front tire within the next 2 months. Right here where my turn signals used to be, before I got the headlights, I had the TST Industries flush mounted turn signals. I just never got around to putting them back on after the track day, so it's just a huge gaping hole right there. But those worked amazing. They just came out about right there. That's how far they went out. Worked out fine, they're bright. So yeah, those are good turn signals. Then up here we have the blacked out windscreen. Nothing fancy, just one off eBay, and it works perfectly fine. It's like $20. For the stuff, there's only a few eBay items that I still have on the bike. I'll link those in the description as well, of course. That's the only thing with eBay things. I can't guarantee them. They'll still be available when you watch this video. So that was off eBay, $20. And then also got my YouTube name on my windscreen. I got through Vinyl Disorder. They make custom vinyls, super cheap. Great product. Why not? I do have the Vortex Clip-Ons, the 7-degree. I love these things. They are amazing. I love the Clip-Ons. And then also got these fork Preload Adjusters off eBay. As you can see, when installing, some of the anodizing comes off, so it's not too noticeable. But at the same time, it's like, it's not a big deal, I guess. Those are like $30, so not complaining. Moving along, levers. These, oh my gosh, best levers ever for the R3. I picked up those cheap Chinese ones, those $20, $25 that everyone picks up. They're good, they did their job, but the red piece on it started fading like most anodizing things. So I got these off of TST Industries. These levers are worth it, let me tell you. Plus the styling is so cool with the little indentation there and everything. So I love those. It comes as a pair, so you don't have to buy like those CRGs that are 100 each. This is a pair. It's like $100 for a pair, which in reality for these quality levers, $50 a piece pretty much. It's not a bad deal. Next up on the bars, I did swap out the R6 throttle tube on this. So it's not the stock throttle tube. So that was an easy mod. Did a video on that. While I did that and all the bars, I put new grips on it. These are the driven D axis and the red. The grips feel really nice. And to finish the look, they have driven racing the bar ends for the D axis. So since these grips are the D axis, this is the D axis bar ends. So that's pretty much it for my handlebar setup. I still have the stock mirrors. I used to have bar end mirrors, but after changing to the clip-ons, it didn't really work that well. Plus they're starting to break because they're cheap eBay ones, so whatever. I do have the block-off plates, so whenever I go to the track, I just take these off and put those red ones on. I'll link those in the description as well. Next up, you can see I do have a little bit of red or pink now bolts. I need to get new ones. That was just a bolt kit off eBay. I'm probably going to pick up some more expensive ones and make sure it's red. Like, some of them are still red, but the ones that get direct sunlight, of course, they turn pink. It's a pink bike now. And now moving on to the gas tank. This is a 2015. You're probably wondering, what the heck? Why is there no, like, gray thing there? Well, I ordered a 2016 R3, the black and light white one that has the middle piece. I ordered the 2016 R3 center gas tank piece. It fit perfectly on, so the 2016 parts fit, of course, because all they did was pretty much just change out the fairing colors. So that's what I did, and it matches pretty dang close to the gas tank, so I love the look of that. Then with the gas cap, I got the driven racing halo base and cap. You have to buy these parts separately. So this is the base, this is the cap. You can get the cap in different colors. I got in red, of course. But honestly, it was well worth my money. Filling up is a breeze now. I don't have to worry about taking out the key. Of course, you gotta turn it off, but I love the look of it. It just cleans up with the metallic black and everything. It looks so good. I love it. Tank pad, I got that from Immortal Graphix. It's like $25-ish. It just follows the lines of the bike with a red accent, so just fit it perfectly. Then down here, we got the Shogun frame sliders. Got them pretty much a month after I got the bike. Simple bolt-on, no cutting, which is a plus. They're like $50 or $45 now. I haven't had them tested, of course, but they seem pretty dang quality. I mean, it moves the bike, it looks solid, the materials and everything, so yeah. Then moving to the seat, as you can see, this is not the stock seat. Well, it is, but with a cover. This is the Luimoto, however you pronounce it, seat cover. Simple seat cover install. Just remove staples, then restaple it. I have to use pneumatic. The manual stapler gun didn't cut it. It wasn't strong enough to get through that plastic. Installed it within 20 minutes, 25 with the pneumatic. No wrinkles, no nothing. First time doing that sort of stuff. It was pretty dang easy. Anyone could do it. Then on the rear seat, I do not have the passenger seat on it. I do still have it if I need to take someone, but it's R3. What can you expect? I still need to do a video on that, but who knows. So I got a rear seat cowl. This is not the OEM from Yamaha. This is the cheap eBay one. Because $100, or it's like $120 for the genuine like OEM part that looks exactly like that. And it's rare. It's eBay, but look, it moves a little bit, but not as much as most do. $20. Can't beat that. God, it's getting hot out. Texas heat. It's like 100 something today. I'm in full leathers and everything. Oh well. So that's like the top portion of the bike. We'll start getting a little bit lower now. Right here, I do have the DynoJet quick shifter. God, I love that thing. Simple install. Of course, you have to have the DynoJet Power Commander 5 to make it work with that. There's standalone ones like the Anunaki Pro, however you pronounce it. That's also an option if you don't have a Power Commander. I don't know too much on that one. But this one, I picked up the Dynajet linkage, where there's like different types of shift rods that you can pick up. This is the shift rod G, and this is a push sensor, as you can see, push. So then that connects to my rear sets, which these aren't stock, of course. These are the Airshi eBay ones. It's like 120 for them. They work perfectly fine. It adds, I think it was like an inch and a half, almost 2 inches of rise, which is perfect for me, because at the track, those stock rear sets, I would probably scrape them, to be honest. Like these, if you're going track, I would definitely recommend getting rear sets for the R3. So if you try and do it with the stock ones, you'll probably scrape and maybe low side. But that's just my opinion. Take it for what you want. I've had these for 2 years now, a little bit over 2 years now. And this is the only sort of fading that you can see, which has that little cool bronze and everything, which actually, if you think about, with my exhaust and everything, it matches, so not a big deal with me. And this side, of course, since it's always in the shade, is a little bit more black, so instead of bronze, but it's not a big deal with me. If it works, it works. I did change out the sprockets. I did 14 up front, which the stock is 14, so I didn't change the front, I just put a new sprocket from Vortex. And the rear, though, I changed that greatly. That is a 46 tooth sprocket from Vortex, and holy crap, that kills your top end, but that low end, though, worth it to me. So the chain is the Vortex SX3 520 kit, so I did put a 520 on it. Not a big deal, but it's awesome. I love it. Might be a little bit overkill, but you know what? Why not? And then when I was installing the sprockets and everything, there's that chain guard that's on the outer side right here and just follows there. I took that off. Not a big deal. I'll put it back on, probably, maybe. I don't know. I'll probably powder coat that black because it was silver and it wasn't going to match that well. It's not a big deal to me. I'm pretty confident in the chain, so I don't have to worry about that. It is supposed to, like, if the chain falls off, it's supposed to catch it. I'm not sure how great those work, but if you have any experience with that, let me know. But for now, it's doing just fine. Chain tension's still good. So when I installed it, I installed some driven sprocket nuts. Just add a little bit more red. So that's the sprockets. I absolutely love the gear ratio now, because I'm not a top speed guy. I like the torque and the low end power, so this is perfect for me. My top end on this, I think I can maybe I've hit 105, 106. I think if I stretch out a little bit more, I can probably get 110. But it decreased my top end about like 5-7 miles per hour, so not a huge deal to me. I need to hurry because I'm sweating like no tomorrow and I'm getting a headache. Alright, and then spools is the Womet-Tech Racing. Got them off TST Industries. Do their job. And then since I did all my exhaust and everything, that's next, but for the sprockets, it greatly changed my speedo and everything. So I had to install a speedo healer from Heeltech. Pretty easy. I'll put all the link and descriptions of which exact parts you need. Then here's my power commander for my exhaust and ECU and everything. That's the quick shifter wire. So literally all you have to do is plug it in, then plug in computer, and then say, I want my quick shifter activated. Then ta-da, you have a quick shifter. I guess while I'm at it, here's my exhaust if you haven't seen it or heard it. If you're new to this channel, it's pretty loud. It's an Akrapovic full system GP exhaust. Header's down. It's a little dirty under there, but I'll let y'all hear it if you haven't heard it already, which probably most people have, but if you haven't, well, here you go. I did install the block off plates from Driven Racing. I'll put those in the description. I can't really take off the gas tank right now, but it's in there and it allows the exhaust to run a little bit better, reduce the pops and everything. Initially I didn't install it, but the pops were getting out of hand, So this is about 10 feet back. This is pretty far back. I mean, this is about 20 feet. 20 feet, give or take a few. And I'll rev it a little bit. It sounds so good. Alright, hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully the mic picks up. I have a mic in my helmet, so. Yeah, I don't want the cops calling me up here because I'm at the mall and there's lots of people here. Oh well, screw them. But that's the exhaust. Love it. I absolutely love it. Took it to a dyno, had it professionally tuned and everything, so it's a fully custom tune on it now. They did it with the power commander, everything. So that's the exhaust. Forgot to mention, this is just a cap off eBay. It's turning pink, of course, but it's a brake reservoir cap thing, cheapo. I might put the black one back on, honestly. I think it'll look better now, since I already have more red. That was before I installed most of the red. It was just a little accent. So now my brake pads, my front and my back are the EBC. They're pretty cheap. I mean, they're really good. They're better than stock, put it that. I did not replace the brake lines yet. I don't know if I ever will. Maybe if I turn this into a more track-oriented bike. So those are the brake pads. My tires, almost forgot. These are the Bridgestone Battlax S20 Evos. Holy crap. These are the best tires ever. Well, I mean, I guess this is the only tire I've ever owned beside the stock ones. My previous rear tire lasted me probably 16,000 miles, I think. No, I'm not lying. It lasted a long time. I mean, it was like completely flat and everything when I was done with it. I did burn out on that if you haven't seen that video. This tire probably has around 8,000, 7,000 plus a track day, as you can see on the edges. I love those tires. I've got lots of questions on my rear tire of if it's a bigger tire than the 140. No, that's a stock size. That's a stock 140. It's a 140 70R 17MC 66H. That's the exact tire for the rear. The front's the stock size. The 110 70R 17MC 54H. So honestly, it's still the stock size. It's just the different tire. Just the way the tread and everything is, it makes it look like a bigger tire, but it really isn't, which I love it. So that's the tires. Getting close to the end now. So many. Then right here I have the TST Industries integrated taillight. Recommend 100%. I did a video on that, so if you want to see that, I did the top 5 mods. I did the top 5 mods and everything, so you can see that in more in depth. But here's a turn signal on the right side. It has like 8 modes. You can have one that does that, flicker, pulse, pretty much anything you can dream of almost. And then whenever I brake, I did it where it flashes. I don't know if it'll pick up. Yeah, I don't think it will. But whenever I hit the brake light, doesn't matter if it's front or rear, it flickers, so it adds a little bit more safety than just a regular brake light. And last but not least is my Fender Eliminator Kit. I got this when I first got the bike, like next day, bam, rear gone. This is the RNG tail tidy. I recommend it, but also don't, because now there's a lot more options, cheaper options now too. So I recommend just getting a cheaper one. If it does its job, it works. License plate light to pass legal standards and everything. Oh, almost forgot, the oil I use for my bike is full synthetic. I've been using that for over 15,000 miles. I absolutely love it. I would never go back. Plus I can't, but I use the Mobil 1 Racing 4T oil, and it's 10W40. That's what I use for every oil change. And then I use the Canon 204 for the oil filter. That one I love because it has the 17mm net on it, so you can get it off easy and not destroy the whole thing like the stock one was. For those wondering if I'm done with the R3 in the sense of modding, I think I am. Now it's more of just maintaining it, just keeping it up to date, and just having fun with it. I'm so happy with it. This is literally my dream bike. For those wondering, like, why the hell I spent this much money on a 300, or beginner bike, as some of y'all call it. Well, main reason is because it's my first bike. It means something to me. I love the way it looks. This is my dream bike, so I'm never getting rid of this thing. It's one of a kind. It's, yeah, there are some R3s that are freaking awesome looking too, but this is my own R3. I mean, you see all these customized R3s online, and you're just looking at yours like, I want mine look like that. It's like, just make it happen. Do it. Just have some fun with the mods. Don't have to go crazy like I did, but just some simple mods and everything will make it yours. And this is what I did, and I absolutely love what I did with it. I think that's pretty much it. I want to talk about the R3. And those who keep up to date with my videos, thank y'all so much for your support. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading as often and keeping the schedule like I used to. Kind of went into a sort of, what do you call, stump? I guess that's the word. Hiccup. Yeah, I had a little hiccup in editing. I kind of lost interest for like a week and a half. Right now I'm sort of like getting back into it. I'm editing whenever I feel like it. It's more of like, I want my videos to be good. I don't want my videos to be half-assed or just to throw it out there to get a video. I want my videos to honestly be what I want it to be. It's not half-assed, like I said. I want to do the best I can, and my best is when I'm actually liking editing, not like, I just felt so, what do you call, I felt I needed to get a video every, like, Saturday and Wednesday. I felt so much pressure to get them out, and I was running behind, and it just caught up, and I just, like, I need to step back, catch my breath, and attack it. So that's what I did, and I feel like this is a better approach. I'll be a little bit more spontaneous than my typical schedule, but I'll try at least do 1 or 2 videos every week or something. I don't know. I really don't know my schedule anymore. It's more of whenever I have time. So that's it for the R3. I love this bike. Will never get rid of it. And I recommend whoever's thinking about buying an R3 for their first bike, just do it. You won't regret it. So that's it. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Later. Bad squirrel attack.
Nobody else will.